Assalamualaikum students, hopefully you will be fine and safe. So today is our lecture number 11 and layout of lecture 11 are mean deviation, also called average deviation, coefficient of mean deviation, that is a part of coefficient of relative coefficient of dispersion, relative measure of dispersion. Then we will discuss about variances, then standard deviation, then coefficient of variation. So moving toward our first slide, that is mean deviation. So mean deviation is defined as the arithmetic mean of deviation measured either from mean, median or mode. And you must remember that all the deviations being counted as positive. So if you remember that the formula of arithmetic mean for group data or ungrouped data was x bar is equal to summation x over n, or x bar is equal to summation fx divided by summation f. So that was our formula of x bar arithmetic mean for ungrouped data, that is summation x over n. So in our today's definition, we are defining mean deviation as arithmetic mean of the deviation. So that's why we are saying that arithmetic mean of deviation. So these are formula of mean deviation. First one is for group ungrouped data, then group data, and then population data. So arithmetic mean is summation x divided by n. Same like that, we have sum of deviation divided by n, and deviation can't be measured, it can be measured from mean, median and mode. So these are formula if we are taking deviation from mean, then from median, and then for mode. So first we have to discuss about ungrouped data, how we will find mean deviation for ungrouped data. So we have an example, calculate the mean deviation from mean, median, mode, and data is given, and then we have to compute their coefficient of mean deviation. So first we have arranged this data as we have to find median. So what is mode? Mode is the most frequent value or most repeated value in any ungrouped data. So if we see that our most frequent value here is 36. So x hat is equal to 36. Then we have to find median for odd number, because value of n is 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is 9. So for ungrouped data, if we have an odd number of event in our data set, then formula of median is n plus 1 divided by 2th value. So as n is equal to 9, we have put value of n, that will give you the 5th value, that is equal to 35. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have to see it from the array data or array data, not from the quotient. Next we have to find mean, that is summation x over n. First we have to sum all the values of x, then we have to take ratio from n. So that will give you x bar is equal to 35. So moving toward our next table, that is mean deviation for ungrouped data. We have x values of x that are 32, 30, 36, 34, 33, 35, 40, 39, 36, and some of these values are 315. Then we have to subtract it from mean, x minus x bar. 32 minus 35 will be minus 3, then 30 minus 35 will be minus 5, 36 minus 35 will be 1, 34 minus 35 will be minus 1. Then we have to find all the values. Then we have to take positive deviation, that means we have to take absolute of x minus x bar. So minus 3 will be plus 3, minus 5 will be plus 5, 1 will be 1, minus 1 will be 1, minus 2 will be plus 2, 0 will be 0, plus 5 will be plus 5, and 4 will be 4, and 1 will be 1. Then we have to take sum of x minus x bar absolute, that is 22 here. Then we have to subtract it from x approx or x median. So when you take deviation from median, your values are here. Then we have to take sum of all the values, that is also 22 here. Then we have to find x minus x hat, mean we have to take deviation from mod, and then we have to take absolute of that. So our data values are 460231430, and sum of all these column is 23. So we have value of summation x minus x. So value of summation x minus x bar is 22. Then we have summation x minus x approx is 22. Then we have x minus x tilde or x hat is equal to x minus x hat is equal to 23. So next we have to move toward mean deviation from mean. So mean deviation from mean formula is summation x minus x bar divided by n, 22 by 9, that is 2.44. Then we have mean deviation from median. We have to put values, and then we have to find all the mean deviation from mean, median, and mode. So 22, 22. Then we have x minus x approx is equal to 22 by 9. Then we have x minus x hat is equal to 23, and we have to take ratios from n. So values of mean deviation from mean is 2.44, from median is 2.44, and from mode is 2.56. So then we have to find coefficient of dispersion. Mean coefficient of dispersion formula is mean deviation divided by x bar. Median coefficient of dispersion formula is mean deviation divided by x approx. Then mode coefficient of dispersion formula is mean deviation from by x hat. So we have to put all the values, and we have to find coefficient of dispersion. So all the values are 0.07 here. Then we have to move toward the group data. So first we have to take certain example, and we have to find mean, median, mode. Then we will make a table for a deviation table. So for mean we have to find summation fx divided by summation f for group data. So first we have to find x is equal to midpoint. So formula of x is lower boundary plus upper boundary, that means we have to sum 10 plus 14, that will give you 24. Then you have to divide it by 2 because values are 2. Upper boundary plus lower boundary divided by 2, that will give you 12. Then we have next value 15 plus 19 divided by 2 will be 17. Then we have 20 plus 24 divided by 2 will be 22. Then we have 25 plus 29 divided by 2 is equal to 27. Then we have 30 plus 34 divided by 2 is equal to 32. Then we have 35 plus 39 divided by 2 will be 37. 40 plus 44 divided by 2 will be 42. Then we have to multiply x with f. 1 with 12 will be 1. 17 into 4 will be 68. 22 into 8 will be 176. 27 into 11 is equal to 297. 32 into 15 is equal to 480. Then 9 into 37 is equal to 333. Then 2 into 42 will be 84. Then we have to find all the sum values, that are 1450. Then for median we have to find class boundary and C dot F. So cumulative frequency table or column is very easy to make. So 1 will be equal to 1. then we have to add this one will this 4, that will give you 4 plus 1 will be 5, then 5 plus 8 will be 13, 13 plus 11 will be 24, 24 plus 15 will be 39, 39 plus 9 will be 48, 48 plus 2 will be 50. So this summation f and this term will be equal. So that means we are going right. Then we have to move toward C dot B, that is class boundary. So why we make class boundary? To make a data continuous. If we have some jumps values in our class interval, that means 14 and 15. So between 14 and 15 we have some jump values. Data is not continuous here, so we have to make class boundaries. So what you have to do, 15 minus 14 will give you 1, then you have to divide with 2, that will be 0.5, then you have to divide, then you have to subtract it from lower boundary and plus into upper boundary. 10 minus 0.5 will be 9.5, 14 plus 0.5 will be 14.5, then we have 15 minus 0.5 will be 14.5, and then we have 19.5, 19 plus 0.5 will be 19.5. Then we have to make this column. So moving toward next step, we have to find f for median, c for median, small l for median, and n for median. So in give data, n is equal to summation f, then f will be the median class, or then we have to find the mod class. So how you will find the mod class? Your maximum frequency will be fm. So fm is also called the frequency of the model class. Then we have f1, the frequency preceding the model class frequency, that is 11 here. Then we have f2 as the frequency following the model class frequency, that is 9 here. Now what is L? The lower class boundary of the median class or mod class, that is 29.5 here. Then we have to discuss about C. C is the cumulative frequency preceding the median class cumulative frequency, that is 24 here. So how we will find all the values? So moving toward our next slide, that is, first we have to find mean, that is x bar is equal to summation fx divided by summation f. So values of summation f is 50, summation fx is 1450, as we have discussed in our previous slide that how you will find it. So putting all the values, we will find mean as 29. So next we have median, x approx is equal to L plus h over f n by 2 minus c. So first we have to find n by 2. So n by 2 is 50 by 2 because n is equal to summation f, that will give you 25th class. So now we have to find the 25th class from our previous slide in table. So in our C dot F column we have 24 element till this class interval, then we have 39 element in this class interval. So we have to find for 25 that will lie in this class interval. So this class will be the median class. So C will be 24 and this lower boundary will be your median class lower boundary, that is 29.5. So that means we have f is equal to 15, c is equal to 24, and l is equal to 29.5, and n is equal to 50. So we have to place all the values in our formula, that will give you value of median x approx, that is 29.83. So moving toward our mod, formula of mod is this. So Fm is maximum frequency, that is 15, F1 is equal to 11, F2 is equal to 9, and we have L is equal to lower class boundary of mod class, that is again 29.5 here, and H is equal to the class interval. So the class interval of mod class is 15 minus 10, 20 minus 15, 25 minus 20, it can be 30 minus 25, 35 minus 30, 40 minus 35. All will give you H is equal to 5, and you have to place all the values and you have to find X hat, that is 30.33 here. Then we have to move toward our next slide, that is mean deviation for group data, and you have to make table for our class interval. First column will be class interval, second will be frequency, third will be X. Then we have to take X minus X bar absolute. Then we have to multiply this column with F, that will give you this values, and then we have to find X minus X approx. Then we have to multiply this column with F, and then we have to find X minus X hat and the absolute. Then we have to multiply this column with F. So 12 minus 29 will be 17. Then we have to multiply 17 with 1, that will give you 17. Then we have to multiply 17 minus 29, that will be 12. Then we have to multiply 12 with 4, that will give you 48, and then we have to find all the sum of this column. Same like that, we have to find X minus X approx absolute, and then we have to multiply it with F, and we have to find all the sum here. Now we have summation f x minus x bar is equal to 286. Then summation f x minus x approx is equal to 284.34. Then we have summation f x minus x hat is equal to 283.34. Now we have to put all the values in our formulas, and we have to find mean deviation from mean, and mean deviation from median, and mean deviation from mode. Then we have to find coefficient of dispersion, and we have to again put all the values in our formulas, and these are the coefficient of dispersions. So in early slide we have discussed about the coefficient of dispersion in our slide number 6 for ungrouped data, and in our slide number 10 for group data. So moving toward our next topic, that is variance. So what is variance? So variance is defined as the mean of the square deviation of all the observation. So it is denoted by sigma square, or if it is taken from a sample, then we have to denote it by capital S square or small s square. We will discuss in our next slides that what is difference between capital S square and small s square. So formulas of variance of x are for sample and group data, for sample group data, for population data. So these are some other formulas for variance for sample, not for population. And so what is the difference between capital S square and small s square? So capital S square is the bisample variance, and small s square is unbisample variance. So both are for the sample size. So moving toward our ungrouped data, we have to find variances from in first part by definition, in second part from provisional mean denoted by p dot m. Then we have to find in third part mean of square minus square of mean. So first we have to find x bar. Again, formula of x bar for ungrouped data is summation x over n. 330 divided by 10, that will be 33. So how you find summation x? You have to take sum of all the 10 values. Next, you have to make a table, and then you have to find x minus x bar. 30 minus 33 will be minus 3, square will be 9. 31 minus 33 will be minus 2, square will be 4. 32 minus 33 will be minus 1, square will be 1. 45 minus 33 will be 12, and square will be 144, and you have to complete these two columns. So moving toward our fourth column, that is D. D is equal to x minus provisional mean, that is given in our question, that is 32. So 30 minus 32 will be minus 2, 31 minus 32 will be minus 1, 32 minus 32 will be 0, and then we have to find square of D. D square is equal to 4, 1, 0, 1, 6, 9, 1, 4, 4, 1, 0, 0, 2, 5, 6, 9, 25, 64. Then we have to find sum of summation D square. 7, that is 772 here. Then we have to find square of this column. 30 square will be 900, 31 square will be 961. Then we have to complete this table, and summation x square is 11652. So values of sum are here, and we have to put all the values in our formula. In first formula we have summation x minus x bar whole square divided by n. That means 762 divided by 10, that will give you 76.2. Then in our next formula, x square is equal to summation x square divided by n minus summation x over n whole square. Value of summation x square is 11652, and value of summation x is 332, and n is equal to number of element in our data, that is 10 here, and we have to put all the values, and we have to find s square. Next formula, summation d square is equal to 772, summation d is equal to 10, and n is equal to 10. You have to find s square. So all the s square are 76.2. So moving toward our question of group data, example is given, and again we have to find first mean. For mean we have to find x, and what is x? X is midpoint. Same like your previous slides, we have find that column of x, and we have multiplied it from f, and summation of x is equal to 1450, and n is equal to summation f in group data, that is 50 here. Then you have to make a column for fx square. So you have to multiply this column with x. 12 into 12, 68 into 17, 176 into 22, 297 into 27, 480 into 32, 333 into 37, 84 into 42, and you have to complete this column, and then you have to find summation fx square, that is 44400. Then we have to find x minus x bar whole square, that means x minus 29, and what is x bar? Mean. And we have find x bar in previous slide for group data, that is 29 here. So 12 minus 29 will be minus 17, and square will be 289. Then we have to multiply this column with f, that means 289 into 1, 144 into 4, 49 into 8, 4 into 11, 15 into 9, 64 into 9, 2 into 169, that will give all these values, and then you have to find the sum of fx minus x bar ka whole square, that is 2350. So now we have all the values of sum, and again we have to put all values in our formula, and you will find your S-square for group data. So in next slide we have to discuss about standard deviation. So what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is the positive square root of the variance. Either it is calculated from population or sample. So these are formula for S dot D, mean standard deviation, denoted by capital S, or it can be a small s, depending upon what you are finding for either bisample variance or unbisample variance. So in our slide number 17, value of variance was 76.2, and we have to take square root of that, and that will give you value of standard deviation, that is 8.7293. And for group data, we have discussed in slide number 19, variance is 47. We have to take square root for standard deviation, that will be 6.8556. Now moving toward our last topic of our lecture number 11, that is coefficient of variation. Basically, coefficient of variation is calculated for the purpose of comparison. When we have two samples size or two sample space, and we have to compare them, that which sample is better, so we have to find coefficient of variation. So what is coefficient of variation? It is a relative measure of dispersion, and we have to take percentage ratio between the standard deviation and variance. Formula is S dot D, mean standard deviation, divided by X bar, mean arithmetic mean, into 100. So for ungrouped data, in slide number 16 and 21, we have find S dot D as 8.7293 divided by 33 into 100 will be 26.45%. For group data, in slide number 8 and 21, we have discussed about S dot D, standard deviation, and X bar, arithmetic mean. We have to take ratio of them, and then we have to multiply it by 100. That will give you 23.64. Thank you so much. So it's your turn. So these are some questions from my side, and you have to find answers of them.